Shylock a victim or a villain? That is for you to decide. The play begins with Bassano asking Antonio for money to meet Portia, a rich lady.
I hold the world as a stage where every man must play a part, and mine a sad one.
In Belmont is a lady, rich, fair, and of wondrous virtues. Her name is Portia. Suitors hang on her like golden fleece. Oh, Antonio, had I means to rival with them, I should be fortunate.
My fortunes are at sea. I do not have money, but I can borrow money for you.
Portia is upset as she cannot choose her suitor because of her father's will. Her father's will states that she has to marry the person who chooses the casket right.
My body is a weary. I could neither choose whom I like nor refuse whom I dislike. I am a living daughter, curbed by my dead father's wishes. God made him, therefore let him pass for a man. He had neither Latin, French, or Italian, and I have a poor English. A little worse than a man, a little better than a beast. Set wine to the contrary casketeer, and I will be married to a sponge.
Shylock is getting back at Antonio for mistreating him. Antonio hates Shylock and often calls him cur, meaning dog, at the Rialto.
Signor Antonio, you call me a misbeliever. You call me a dog. And now you need my help. What can I say? Doesn't thou have 3,000 ducats? Or should I bend low and say, fair sir, spit on me. For that, I lend you the money?
Will you lend money to your enemy? If I don't repay the money, you can take the penalty.
Look how you storm. I forgot all the shames you heaped on me. You need the money? I will give it to you. Come with me to the notary and sign the bond.
I say there is kindness in the Jew. Before the bond expires, I will repay 3 times the money.
Meet me at the notary.
I do not like the terms, and he has a villainous mind.
Enter the first suitor for Portia.
Discover the casket to the noble prince. One of them contains my picture. Choose that, then I'm yours.
What does the leaden casket say? Who chooses me must give and hazard all he hath. This casket threatens. What says the silver? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Let's say this saying in gold. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desires. Oh, that's the lady. All the world desires her. A carrion death, a written scroll, all the glitter is not gold. You must leave at once.
A gentle riddance.
Madam, a Venetian comes.
Oh, come! I long to see the Cupid's post that comes so mannerly.
Bassano arrives at Belmont. Shylock hears about Antonio losing all his money.
Do you hear whether Antonio had a loss at sea?
Let him look at his bond. He disgraced me, scorned my nation. His reason? I am a Jew. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you wrong us, do we not seek revenge? We are like you. In the rest, we will resemble you.
Bassano tries his luck with the caskets.
I could teach you how to choose right, but then I'm forsworn. I cannot go against my father's will.
Let me choose, as it was my last day.
Away then. If you do love me, you'll find out.
I will not choose the golden casket, nor the silver. This leaden casket seems threatening, but I will choose the leaden casket. Oh, who do I see? It's the fair Portia.
Lord Bassano, with this ring, which when you part from, will be the ruin of your love.
Madam, when this ring parts from my finger, you will know Bassano is dead.
Messenger brings the news of Antonio's loss at sea.
Oh, Bassano, you look pale. Please tell me the contents of the letter.
This is a letter from my best friend Antonio. Bassano, all my ship have drowned. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. It is impossible to me to pay, but I do not mind. But I want to see you before my death.
Dispatch all business. Hurry to be with your friend.
I have to leave. Let me make haste till we meet again, fair Portia.
Do not talk to me of mercy. You call me a dog. Since I am a dog, I have fangs. The Duke will grant me justice. I will have my bond.
The trial scene in which Portia turns the tables on Shylock.
Antonio, I'm sorry. You have to answer an adversary incapable of pity. Shylock, please show some mercy.
I would rather choose dead flesh than 3,000 ducats. Now tell me, if my house is troubled by a rat, will I pay 10,000 ducats to get rid of it?
There is no answer for your cruelty. For 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
I would have my bond.
How can you hope for mercy when you show none?
A pound of flesh I demand is mine. I stand for judgment. Shall I have it?
A learned doctor sent to argue this case has come here today.
Why are you sharpening your knife so earnestly?
To cut flesh from that bankrupt Antonio.
I am informed of the cause.
Antonio, Shylock, both stand.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It's twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. Mercy seasons justice. Jew, though justice be thine, please consider that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation.
I crave the law, the penalty.
I beseech you, please can you change the law with your authority?
It must not be. It will be recorded for a precedent, and many an error by the same example will rush into the state.
Ha ha ha! A Daniel come to judgment.
Let me look upon the bond. Lawfully, by this, the Jew may claim a pound of flesh nearest to the merchant's heart. Be merciful, Jew. Take thrice the money.
By law, I stay on my bond.
I ask the court to give judgment.
Thus it is. Prepare your bosom. Are there any balance here to weigh the flesh? How by some surgeon, Shylock, to stop his wounds?
It is not mentioned in the bond.
Farewell, Bassano. Your friend repents that he did not repay his debt. I will pay with my heart.
Antonio, I'm married to a wife who's very dear to me, but I would sacrifice it all for you.
Your wife would give you little thanks to hear you make the offer.
We are wasting time.
A pound of that merchant's flesh is thine.
Most rightful judge.
Tarry, Jew, this bond mentions no jot of blood. It says only a pound of flesh. If you shed blood, all your wealth will be confiscated.
Pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go.
Here,
Soft, nothing but the penalty. Cut off the flesh, but shed no blood, nor cut less, nor take more. Take the forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go.
He refused it in the open court. He shall merely have justice.
Shall I not have my principal?
Thou shalt have, but the forfeiture, to be taken at the peril due.
The devil! I'll stay no longer.
Tarry due in the loss of Venice. If an outsider takes the life of any citizen and he fails, half of his earnings goes to the state. The other half, it goes to Antonio.
I pardon your life only if half your wealth is Antonio's and the other half to the state.
Take my life, take my house, take everything.
Please, the Duke, quit the fine. Let him give half of his dues to the state and half of them to me, provided he becomes a Christian.
If you do this, I shall grant you pardon.
Oh, I pray. I am not well. Send the deed after me. I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it.
Bassanio has to part with the ring Portia gives him.
Worthy gentlemen, my friend and I have been freed from the grievous penalties. Please take these 3,000 ducats as a remembrance.
No, I'll take the ring.
Good sir, my wife made me promise I should neither sell or lose the ring.
If your wife knew how well I deserve the ring, she would not hold out an enemy for giving it to me.
Bassanio, please give the ring to the learned lawyer.
Portia, you do not know I have to give the ring away, not to a woman, but to a lawyer who saved my friend. Forgive me for this wrong. I will never break the promise again.
I stand guarantee your lord will never break his promise.
Then be his guarantee. Give him this ring and tell him to keep it safer than the previous one.
It is a same I gave the lawyer.
Pardon me, Bassano, but I was the lawyer. And Antonio, I have a good news for you. 3 of your ships have come back safely.
You were the lawyer and I did not know.
Lady, you have given me life and my ships are safely come back.
I am sure all ends well. Thank you all for your support and I hope you are consoled.
Let me introduce you